today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas.
The Texans offense ready to put the preseason behind them and begin this 2022 campaign. And one of the folks we'll be watching is this man, the veteran, in his first start with his new ball club. He's the top dog of this receiving corps. You'd have to think that he's in line to have a big year.
And there's no doubt in my mind, and I'm quite sure in yours as well, he makes them go. And the reason being, he can't wait to step out there and play an NFL game and have the spotlight shine on him. He loves the attention, and he produces.
Yeah, I was going to say, if the ball's not coming his way, he's not shy about saying, the ball needs to come my way.
Does not matter if there's 2, 3, or 4 people on him. He always thinks he's open.
Throwing again on second down. Mills. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So the new weapon on the outside getting involved here in the regular season. Remember, limited production for him in his first 4 years in the league, but he's getting a shot to really be a key part of the rotation. Charles, what do you think that he brings to the table?
Brandon, I think he's got all the tools, but what he hasn't had is opportunity. He's been behind a lot of players along the way, sort of relegated to being the 4th and 5th option. Now he moves into a role that's higher up in the pecking order, so he wants to take what he's learned and apply it to this new situation.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mills. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action now, Mills. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Brevin Jordan, 26 yards. And the Texans are on the board here first in the season opener. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Mills throw completed to Mechie. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down. They go play action. Mills. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Houston set to take over. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this 3rd drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A first down throw for Mills. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake, Mills. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Mills throw taken in by Cooks. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
The CD, you've got Manny Kahue calling the shots for this offense. His second year as an offensive coordinator in the league. How do you see his crew on this side of the ball performing this year?
Well, partners, you and I both know, and everyone else around the league, Manny was a popular head coaching candidate for this year. But he told all the...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So they decline it as that will bring up fourth.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it fourth down.
We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pick... Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at... They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Mills to throw it. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. And here comes the Texans now. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, More than enough time to string it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. The Texans with the football here late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. After the pick six a moment ago, here's Mills again. Throw left side complete. That's Mack. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Throwing, Mills. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Mills now looks to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Mills. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Here's Mills. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Mills on first down. He dumps this off to Mack, and they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Mills. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
On play action, Mills.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Play fake, Mills. Throw right side, taken in by Collins.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Mills to the air again.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And now out comes Houston.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half as well. And that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Mills.
Looking middle, and that's complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Texans are able to cut into that deficit.
And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16.
Houston set to take over. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. He completes this one to Mack. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
To throw, Mills.
Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Mills again.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
First down, Mills.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And they'll throw again. Here's Mills.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping they're holding a nice little spot in the post-game highlights.
The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personed.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Houston's offense taking over again.
This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
The football going back over now to the Houston Texans.
They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for Indianapolis, it's a fan.
You're really going to have to work hard to get this one. Keep fighting.
I'm Gonzo. Yeah. Got your best friend hanging out the arm, though. Yeah. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give up. Now I flex. While you there looking depressed, feel to get up in your chest while I soak up my success. Getting tokens for your stress. I be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage. Acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome. You ain't dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down. The best friend. She went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting. I'm Gonzo. Yeah. Headed where the homie live, cause it's on, though. Yeah. I was chasing 3 women like I'm Mojo Jojo. So my girl got mad and she my bro. Monica, you're wrong, though. That's against a bro code. Headed to his home, though. No, we living solo. Vertebrae. Got this broken to his place. This chin in his face, yeah. Then I say it's evidence you entertain my loyalty to infiltrate. The only woman that I claim to risk your life to get some strange. How my anger is a pain. You didn't know that I'm a saint. I will blow your up. Then I again. Gone. Feel it in your bones. You ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze. And everything around you getting cold. The chill is in my bones. Caught up in my feelings, now I'm froze. I don't really feel it till you gone. And everything around me getting cold.
Today, from Empower Field at
The Texans offense ready to try and make amends for that opening week loss. And we'll be keeping our eyes certainly on this man making his second appearance.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Looking to throw is Mills.
And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Under pressure, they got him again. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On the move to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mills now. And that is incomplete. The Texans had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home, and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mills. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A quick throw, but incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end.
And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it.
Throwing to start the drive. Mills. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Operating from the gun.
Mills. Cooks on the quick slant.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Mills to Cooks there, and that connection good for a Houston 1st. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
They go play action here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They had the 100th anniversary last year. And then tomorrow night a treat, a Monday night doubleheader, Tennessee and Buffalo, 7:15 Eastern, and then Minnesota and Philly.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a 1st down.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Texans set to come onto the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Mills. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing after the interception. Mills going right side here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Off play action. Mills connects here with the tight end Blake Jarwin.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a 1st here on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Mills. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Mills to throw for it on 4th.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
And here comes the Texans now.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now we'll throw here to his running back. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Mills.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.